Now I have to assemble the front carrier of the crankshaft, as you can see, with the bearing inside, and it must be pressed here. But what is more important is to have a front carrier which is larger than this diameter here. This is the old one, and it is entering too easy. If I press here with the hand, more than half of this distance it goes inside with my hand pressing this part. So you need a carrier which is larger, and the difference between this diameter and the diameter of the carrier should be 1/10 of a millimeter, somewhere between 500 of a millimeter and maximum 1/10 of a millimeter. And I found this one, which is exactly what I need. Here we have different diameters because there are various reasons. First one is the poor machining of the engine housing or of the carrier. Second are the repairs. These engines sometimes has a lot of repairs, not this one, but other engines have a lot of repairs, and when they are repairing the engine, for example, you have to press this inside, but before pressing the part you need to heat up this area with a torch, and the majority of people which are repairing these engines are not heating up this area with a torch, which it helps a lot. Also, it might be the fact that the engine, it is a boxer engine, and the stroke of the piston with the rod is from the left to right and from the right to left, and in time maybe the material it get beats up and the diameter it become larger. Like I said, there are various reasons, but it is important to measure and to put the correct part. Well, it's heating up pretty well, and I'll put here on the bench, and I hope I will be forced to use the hammer as less as possible. Perfect. The heat has helped very much. As you have seen, I did not beat very hard, just enough to push the carrier inside the engine housing. So now we have the carrier assembled in the engine housing. So now I have the crankshaft inside the engine, and I have to press the crankshaft inside the front bearing, and I will show you how to do that without hammering here, which is wrong. So I am using this stud because I have here this thread, which is a fine pitch, 8 or 1 millimeter. You have to screw the stud all the way down in order to have as much as possible inside, to have multiple threads inside the crankshaft. So with these parts I have organized the press. So it is already starting to pull the crankshaft inside the bearing. Yes, we can see. I'm holding the crankshaft in my bare hand. Okay, it seems that we need a little more. Okay, it is maximum. So now I have to assemble the rear carrier, and as you can see I have made my own gasket, this one. This is aftermarket one, but this material, it is from a poor quality, so I have made my own from a much better material, and now I just have to assemble. So for the rear carrier I will use new bolts, and I will not use the old bolts with holes for securing wire. I am using also these bolts which are longer, and that means I have 3 threads in plus compared to this one. And if we watch here with the new bolt, all the threads of the engine housing will be used. Also, instead of securing wire, I will use Loctite, and for the gasket I will use this compound called Ural, made by L-Ring, which is very good. It is okay. Never use excessive force. If you have to use excessive force, that means you are doing something wrong. So the Loctite will secure the bolt, but also it will seal the thread. Sometimes you might have a loss of foil through the thread of the bolt. As you can see, I'm not using shims, and I will explain later. Not shims, plates. I'm not using plates, but I will explain later why. And now we have the carrier assembled. You can see this green line. This is the sealant. You can see also. So we'll have a good sealing.